Oftentimes in the landscape, we focus mostly on our plant material, but the hardscaping material in the landscape is just as important and can actually provide a foundation for our landscape designs. One of the common materials that we use is stone. And today we're here at Buckley Sticks and Stones with Jennifer Pollard. And Jennifer, thank you for having us. Let's talk a little bit about how we use stone in the landscape and some of the basic things that people should think about before they even begin a project.
Well, it's very important to have a plan.
Okay.
And to measure. A lot of people forget to measure before they come out here. And if they measure, then we can kind of help them decide how much and even what kind of stone they could use.
Very good. So like if they're doing a patio, they need to at least know the square footage of the area they want to cover.
Yeah, the width and the length.
Okay. And if they're doing a retaining wall or a wall, then they need to know linear feet and of course how high they want to build the wall. Okay.
Yes.
Now stone is really unlimited. I mean, there's all kinds of different types of stones. Materials. And most of this that you have is locally or regional stone, isn't it?
Yes, a huge part of it comes out of Oklahoma.
Okay, good. I think that's important that you use stone that's native to the region, so that it adds to the overall design and just the ambiance of the region in which you live in.
Yes.
So working with stone can be really quite simple, and there's a lot of people who can probably just do-it-yourselfer projects. There's a lot of stuff online that they can get information from, I suppose. But it's also probably important to involve a professional on occasion, isn't it?
Yes, if you're doing a retaining wall over 3 feet, or sometimes just a project that might be a little bit too big for you, you should talk to a landscaper. See if they can help you with the design or even do the job for you.
Okay, so especially in retaining walls over 3 feet, really an engineer or engineering stuff comes into play there, and they need to involve someone who's really qualified to build something like that, right?
Yes, you want it done right so you don't have to do it again.
Good. Now some stone I imagine is probably easier to work with too. So like if it's a square stone or flat stone, that's probably easy to work with in some cases, especially in walls, but if it's irregular or round stones, then it becomes more complicated, doesn't it?
Yes, we have some stones that are chopped, cut into nice squares or rectangles, which makes it much easier for you just to stack them up. And then we have other ones that are more natural, that take a little bit more, it's kind of like a big puzzle to put them together.
Puzzle, yeah. And that takes more time to put together, usually if you're building a wall like that.
Yes.
And there's also drywall stacking as well as mortar walls. So if, again, that can be complicated, and you might just have someone, if you're experienced in doing either one of those, then that might not be too bad, but again, you might have to think about providing or hiring a professional to help you with it.
Yes, it's always good to get a professional's opinion if you're just not sure. A lot of times landscapers will draw up plans for you and sell those to you, but you can do all the work yourself, and they'll outline what kind of rock, what kind of plants, and kind of just give you the guidelines you need to do the job correctly.
Good. We've talked a little bit about patios and walls, which is a common use of the stone, but you have lots of stone on your property here that you sell. It can be used for all kinds of things. Rock gardens, it's great for, or just using in the landscape as, again, providing some contrast or some interest in the gardens. You have some rocks that are used for water features.
Yes.
And I've noticed you even have one great big beautiful flat stone that you have engraved your name on it, so people can use that as maybe a marker for their home by engraving their name on it.
Yes, we have a lot of people get them for their address numbers.
Okay.
Or even their last name on them. We have a gentleman that will do just about anything on them.
Good.
You can just pick out the stone and he'll put whatever you want on it.
All right, very good. Now when buying stone for the projects, they come in a wide variety of material. How do you figure the cost, or how do you help someone determine how much they need for that?
Depending on their square footage, we can figure out if they need a pallet or less than a pallet. We sell it by the weight, and we will break pallets, but you do get a better deal. You get more for your money when you do buy it by the pallet, but you don't have to. Okay.
And so obviously there are different thicknesses of stone as well. So, you've got like 2 inch down to inch, half an inch, etc. So the thinner, the thicker the material, the more sturdier it is, correct? So if they're using it for a space that has a lot of foot traffic, or they're using, having heavy furniture or whatever on it, then they want something a little bit thicker than the thinner stuff.
Yeah, your 1.5 inch is good for light foot traffic walkways, but the thicker, the 2 inch, 2.5 inch is great if you're going to have big heavy grills or heavy patio furniture on them. They'll hold up a lot better. And
Okay, all right. So about how, looking at this pallet here, we've got, it looks like it's about 3 foot by 3 foot. So how much, how do you figure out how much is on a pallet?
we figure about 10 square feet a layer.
Okay.
And we just count the layers. And that gives us the best estimate on how much this pallet is going to cover.
Okay, excellent. Well, Jennifer, thank you so much for having us. It's been fun, and we've learned a lot about using stone in the landscape today.
Yes, thanks for coming out.